Graduates and guests seated outside, please rise to receive the members of Convocation. Graduates and guests seated outside, kindly rise to receive the members of Convocation. Those seated outside, please. Graduates and guests inside the hall, kindly rise to receive the members of Convocation. You may resume your seats as we wait for the members of the University Council. As we wait for the members of the University Council, I take one of the announcements, which is very important to us. Graduates who are wearing sash, please take off your sash because it's not part of our official dress code for this ceremony. Graduates and guests seated outside, kindly rise to receive the members of the University Council.
Yeah. No, today's the last one.
Graduates, guests, and members of Convocation in the hall, kindly rise to receive members of the University Council.
Amanfo Lego Kotri ne Akwemu Chidom ne Ankombia from Adom ne Sampunyini say Omamatinasio Nyo Yadia Adia Fatano Obrehua no Nyaho Lego Mampeni on an impedi for the Sinu Mamuni Mono Monshawon. Amanfo Lego Kotri ni Akwemu Chidom ni Ankobia from Adom ne Sampunyini si Omamatinasio Nyo Yadia Adia Fatano Obrahua no Nyaho Lego Mampeni on an impedi for Nessin Mamuni Wano Monshawon.
Modern Bonnie Abasobobriason, Mumaye Nina Yemfa Nijie, Animtie, Neo Pepper, and Penewong, Lego Mampeni, Gumbrebre, Gumbrebre Akodonto.
We shall remain standing for the national anthem. Thanks very much. Kindly resume your seats. Chair of the University Council representing the Chancellor of the University, Pro-Vice Chancellor for Research, Innovation and Development representing the Vice Chancellor, Madam Registrar, Provost of the College of Humanities, Deans, Directors, members of Convocation, our distinguished guest speaker, esteemed graduates, special invited guests, friends from the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. I take it again. Good morning to you all. Thank you for responding well. On behalf of the management of the university, I welcome you all to the Great Hall of the premier university in Ghana. As a university, we take immense pride in delivering on our first strategic priority, which is transformative student experience. And as part of efforts to advance this strategic priority, we have planned 17 graduation ceremonies for our students who successfully completed their academic programs during the 2024-2025 academic year. And we thank you all for joining us to celebrate them today. This graduation ceremony, dedicated to Bachelor of Arts students from the College of Humanities, is the fifth for the College of Humanities and the last of the 17 graduation ceremonies planned for February 2026. As we proceed with this program, please join me to welcome our Registrar, Mrs. Emilia J. Mensah, to deliver introductory remarks. With a round of applause, please welcome the Registrar.
Thank you very much, Director of Public Affairs, Chair of Council representing the Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellor in charge of Research, Innovation and Development, Provost of the College of Humanities, Deans, Directors and other university officials, members of Convocation and other employees of the university, graduating students, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. On behalf of management, I'm delighted to welcome you all to this morning's ceremony, which, as the Director of Public Affairs mentioned, is the last of 17 graduation ceremonies held this month. This ceremony is dedicated to the College of Humanities and will be under the direction of the College Registrar, Mr. Benedict Fusweji. We congratulate and salute all of our students who have worked so hard and are graduating today. Your hard work has truly paid off, and we wish all of you, our graduating students, the very best on this your special day. Chair of Council representing the Chancellor, before I take my seat, it is my pleasant duty to call on the Provost of the College of Humanities, Professor Joseph Yaru, to perform a short but very important ceremony to acknowledge the international students who are graduating today. Provost.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a tradition at the University of Ghana that at congregation ceremonies we acknowledge our international students who came from all over the world to study at Legon. Although COVID-19 severely impacted our international students' numbers, we are pleased to report that members of the UG graduating class of 2025 have come from 23 countries, including Ghana. The countries are Benin, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Democratic Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, Gabon, Gambia, Ghana, Hungary, India, Kenya, Liberia, Mali, Niger, Rwanda, Sierra Leone, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Tanzania, Togo, Uganda, and the United States of America. I now call on all international students graduating today to stand to be acknowledged. Do stand, international students. So applause. Our dear international students, we cherish your contribution to the academic and social life of the University of Ghana and wish you well in your future endeavors. Please be seated and thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so before I proceed, I see a lot of our graduates without their caps on. Kindly put your caps on. We need that for the photographs, please. It is only when we call you up here that gentlemen will take their caps off. So pull it on, please. Thank you very much, Provost Professor Joseph Yaro, Provost of the College of Humanities. It is now my singular honor to introduce the chairperson of University of Ghana Council, Madam Marita Ejewe-Briu, who is presiding over this morning congregation ceremony. Madam Briu is a distinguished Ghanaian legal practitioner whose career spans over 3 decades of service in public and private legal practice, international arbitration, and governance. She served as Ghana's Attorney General and Minister for Justice between 2013 and 2017 and is currently the legal counsel to the President of the Republic of Ghana, a role in which she advises on constitutional and governance matters, legislation, and legal compliance. She is the chairperson of the University of Ghana Governing Council. Madame Briu's professional journey is defined by her deep commitment to justice, her capacity to operate at the highest level of legal and governmental decision-making, and her international recognition as an expert in arbitration and commercial law. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome Madame Briu to the podium to deliver her opening remarks and invite the Pro-Vice Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Development, Professor Felix Asante, representing the Vice Chancellor, to deliver the Vice Chancellor's report to congregation. So, Madam Chair, please. Thank you.
Members of the University Council, Acting Vice Chancellor, and other officers of the university, guest speaker, Madam Lydia Forson, Madam Registrar, members of Convocation, staff and students, alumni, graduates, guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Chancellor of the University of Ghana, I am delighted to welcome you to today's gathering as we celebrate the achievements of our graduating students. This ceremony reflects the shared pride of the entire university community with the achievements of our graduating students being the result of collective efforts, with families, faculty, administrators, and funding parties all playing vital roles in the process. To our graduates, I offer my warmest congratulations. Your journey to this point has demanded perseverance, discipline, and sacrifice. Many of you have balanced your studies with work, family responsibilities, and financial pressures. Being here today is a confirmation of your resilience and determination, and we celebrate you for this accomplishment. Graduating students, you enter the world at a time of rapid change and opportunity. Education, combined with initiative and integrity, remains one of the most powerful tools for transforming society. Therefore, the knowledge and values you have gained here are meant not only for your personal advancement, but for service to Ghana, Africa, and the wider world. The university's strategic plan, launched in 2024, emphasizes student-centered, technology-driven, and interdisciplinary learning, positioning our graduates to thrive in an increasingly complex and digital global environment. I am glad to observe that we are already seeing the impact of our intentionality in these areas. And as a university, we must continue to place the student experience at the heart of our mission. I am encouraged by management's commitment to fostering an inclusive culture in which students feel supported, valued, and empowered to succeed. These efforts are shaping a truly transformative student experience, and I urge management to continue advancing this important strategic priority. Acting Vice Chancellor, distinguished guest speaker, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasant duty to declare this assembly duly constituted for the award of degrees to the successful graduates. I now call on the Acting Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Development, Professor Felix Asante, who is representing the Vice Chancellor, Professor Nana Abba Apia Amfo, to present a report on the status of the university. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Chair of Council, members of the University Council, the Pro-Vice Chancellors, Registrar, Provosts, Deans, Directors, and Heads of Departments, distinguished guest speaker, members of Convocation, members of the Advisory Board of the College of Humanities, staff and students, alumni, graduates, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen joining us from all around the world, good morning. It is my pleasure to warmly welcome you to this congregation ceremony for the 2024-2025 cohort of students from the College of Humanities. The February 2026 congregation ceremonies are dedicated to undergraduate and postgraduate students from the 4 colleges of the university. In total, 15,288 graduates will be awarded degrees during 17 congregation sessions. This number is made up of 153 PhDs, 4,197 master's graduates, 10,543 undergraduates, and 395 students graduating with diplomas. We are indeed pleased that you are able to join us to celebrate the remarkable achievements of our students. Graduating students, Today we celebrate the completion of your academic programs, as well as the boldness and confidence with which you step into the next stage of your lives. Congratulations and best wishes to you all. State of the University. I am pleased to share highlights of the university's progress over the past year, guided by our strategic plan for the period 2024 to 2029. The full report can be found in the congregation brochure. Through deliberate investments in teaching, research, innovation, governance, and partnerships, the University of Ghana has continued to consolidate its position as Ghana's premier university, a leader in West Africa, and a respected global institution. Our work remains anchored in our 5 strategic priorities, and these are: 1, transformative student experience; 2, impactful research; 3, commitment to our faculty and staff; 4, engagement and partnerships; and 5, sustainable resource mobilization and stewardship. Academic and student affairs. For the 2025-2026 academic year, 16,498 new undergraduate students and 6,651 graduate students have enrolled in various programs, and we continue to work towards expanding access, equity, and academic excellence. The automation of academic and administrative processes continues across various units, improving efficiency, turnaround times, and service delivery. Global ranking and reputation. I'm particularly proud to highlight the university's exceptional performance in global university rankings, which reflects the strength of our academic enterprise and research environment. In the 2026 Times Higher Education World University Rankings, the University of Ghana emerged as Ghana's top-performing institution in the key areas of research environment, industry engagement, and international outlook. In the 2026 QS World University Rankings, the University of Ghana remains the highest-ranked university in Ghana and West Africa, and among the leading institutions in sub-Saharan Africa. We also placed first in Ghana and second in West Africa in the inaugural Times Higher Education Interdisciplinary Science Rankings 2025, underscoring our strength in cross-disciplinary research. The University of Ghana School of Law has been ranked the best in Ghana and West Africa and 6th in Africa in the 2026 Times Higher Education World University Rankings by subject for law, confirming the school's status as a leading center for legal education and research. Research, innovation, and partnerships. Madam Chair, the university continues to lead in research and innovation. In 2025, the Research and Innovation Directorate and our colleges executed 133 research agreements valued at over $41 million, demonstrating strong global confidence in the work of our faculty and researchers. The UJ and KEBOM Collaborative has been launched, aimed at empowering young people to transform Ghana's agri-food systems through inclusive youth-led solutions. An innovation enclave, a state-of-the-art facility established in partnership with Imperial College London and the Cosmos Innovation Center, has been commissioned to provide a makerspace that enables students and researchers to translate ideas into impactful solutions addressing Africa's development challenges. Infrastructure. Madam Chair, while infrastructure constraints remain a challenge, the university continues to expand facilities for student accommodation and to support teaching, learning, and research. Management of the university has supported the Student Representative Council, SRC, and the Graduate Students Association of Ghana, GRASAG, on the initiation of a hostel project, the phase of which will provide 5,000 beds for students. Preliminary work has started towards the construction of a 10,000-bed student hostel through a private-public partnership. This project will use fabricated technology for the construction of the hostel as a cost-efficient measure. Achievements of our community. Our students, faculty, and alumni continue to bring honor to the university. Among many achievements, Eugene was adjudged National Best University in Practical Agriculture at the 2025 National Farmers' Day. The UG debate team emerged as 2025 Pan-African Universities debate champions. Students of the UG School of Law won the 2025 JESUP Ghana Youth Court Competition. The Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research has received national and global recognitions for its contribution to health research. 3 of our students have won international awards in sustainable food packaging design. Many of our faculty members have received prestigious international honors and recognition for excellence in their fields, and I'll mention a few. Former Vice Chancellor Emeritus Professor Clifford D. Boy-Tego, the Pro-Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic and Student Affairs, Professor Gordon A. Awandari, and Professor Emmanuel Ohniafuakwa, a member of faculty, have been honored for their respective contributions to mathematics and science excellence, biomedical research, and natural sciences at the 2025 Millennium Excellence Awards. Professor Awandari has also received a prestigious Bailey K. Ashford Medal in recognition of his outstanding leadership and contributions to global health research. Professor Elsie Efa Kaufman, Dean of the School of Engineering Sciences, has been formally inducted as an International Fellow of the Royal Academy of Engineering, becoming the first Ghanaian ever to receive this prestigious honor. I'm pleased to mention that I've been appointed to the following high-level positions: Chair of the Council of Association of Commonwealth Universities, Vice Chair of the Worldwide University Network Partnership Board, and the Association of African Universities Ambassador for Gender Equity and Social Inclusion. I am humbled by these appointments, and I'm sure that I speak on behalf of all other members of the university community who have been honored or appointed to various high national and international bodies, that it is achievements such as these that spur us on towards reaching excellence and maintaining high standards in our work. I encourage all of us as members of our community to continue to work hard to keep the flag of the University of Ghana flying high. Well wishes, graduates, your journey to this moment has required resilience, discipline, and determination. Today marks both an ending and a beginning, the successful closure of one chapter of your lives and the beginning of another, and we proudly salute your achievements. As you step into the wider world, I urge you to uphold the values of excellence, integrity, and service. Continue to be worthy ambassadors of the University of Ghana, and may your contributions positively shape society. Once again, congratulations to you all. Madam Chair, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Development, Professor Felix Asante. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now introduce our guest speaker. Our guest speaker for this morning's ceremony is Ms. Lydia Forson. I believe most of you know Ms. Lydia Forson, but I will speak a little brief about her. Ms. Forson is an award-winning Ghanaian actress, writer, producer, activist, and entrepreneur. Widely recognized as one of the most compelling voices in African cinema and culture. A graduate of this great institution, University of Ghana, her career is marked by fearless storytelling, intellectual depth, and commitment to excellence on and off screen. Her work in film and television has earned her critical acclaim across the African continent and beyond, with performances that have resonated with the audience for their honesty, emotional range, and cultural relevance. Lydia has received major recognition from some of the Africa's most prestigious platforms, including nominations and wins of the African Movie Academy Awards, the African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards, and Ghana Movie Awards. Her films have also been showcased at leading international festivals, including Africa International Film Festival, Koriba International African Film Festival in Morocco, Pan-African Film and Television Festival in Ouagadougou, further cementing her place as a respected force in African storytelling. She is also the founder and CEO of Kinky Matters, a Ghanaian natural hair and skincare brand rooted in heritage and sustainability, which earned Indigenous a Brand of the Year at the Ghana Beauty Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot has been documented about Ms. Forson in the congregation brochure. So on this note, I will invite all of you to actually read a bit of her profile in the brochure. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I welcome our guest speaker, Ms. Forson, to deliver her address to congregation. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Representative of the Chancellor, members of the University Council, the Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellors, Registrar, Provost, College of Humanities, Chairman and members of the College of Humanities Advisory Board, Deans, Directors and Heads of Departments, members of Convocation, staff and students, alumni and friends of the universities, graduates, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Did I miss anybody? And yes, I've just been told that the Minister of Trade is here. Whew. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. She's here. Hello. I feel honored standing right here, giving a speech. Now, standing here feels surreal. It's a full circle in a way that I never imagined. Because if you had asked me years ago whether I would ever return to this campus, let alone stand here as a guest speaker, I would not have believed you. My last year here was not pleasant. In many ways, it marked the beginning of one of the hardest periods of my life, even though it looked fabulous on the outside. When I left this university, I left very angry, I left hurt, and I left carrying a lot of resentment. I was so angry, I told myself that I would never go back to that university. I'm sure some of you can relate. I felt misunderstood, but even then, I was very independent-minded, and the pursuit of my dreams at that time, when show business was not what it is today, came at a cost, especially with some lecturers here. To be honest, I barely made it out of here. It was by the skin of my teeth, and when I did, I walked off this campus and swore never again. And that was me for a very long time. I didn't come here. For years, I carried a story of frustration, of feeling unseen and misunderstood. But you see, when you hold on to only one version of your story, it becomes very easy to reduce an entire chapter of your life to its most painful moments. And when writing this speech forced me to confront something I hadn't fully acknowledged, that for years I held on to everything that went wrong instead of recognizing the many, many things that went right here. Because when you focus only on the pain and hurt and what didn't work, you miss the lessons, the laughter, and forget the many quiet moments that quietly shaped you into who you are. This campus shaped me, and it's here I had many firsts. It's here I learned independence, got my first job, and where I tested my entrepreneurial instincts. It's here that I went around handing out my very first complimentary card as a marketing executive with absolutely no experience, just passion and audacity. It's here I got my first stint on television, gained popularity, and opened doors to the career that I have today. It's here that I learned how to write and use my voice and my pen as a tool to fight for change. And it's here I made friendships that have carried me through life. This is also where I built confidence, through struggle, resistance, and through everything I had to fight for. So yes, there was a struggle, there was hurt, there were a lot of tears, and there was disappointments, but there was also growth, pride, and becoming. And that is what I want to leave you all here with today. As you step into the next chapter of your lives, do not discard the parts of your journey just because they were difficult. Do not carry only the good and pretend that the bad never happened. Carry all of it. The good, the bad, even the ugly. Because everything you experience here represents life itself. And in the next chapter, you need these experiences to survive and to thrive. Do not leave here simply passing through the university. Let the university pass through you. And lastly, life will not always make sense in the moment. People will misunderstand your choices. I feel like I'm one of the most misunderstood women in this country, but I love it. And your path will not always be affirmed, but it will be right. Every experience, especially the uncomfortable ones, will teach you something about who you are and what you are capable of. So hold on to all of it. Hold on to the friendships you've made here, the lessons, and all the moments that tested you. Because one day you will look back not with bitterness, but with clarity. And you will realize that even the chapters you wanted to erase were shaping the person you needed to become. Like me, giving a speech to a graduation I never had an opportunity to come to because of how I felt. Which is why, beyond speaking to the graduating class, I want to gently speak to every lecturer, every academic, every member of staff who contributes to shaping these young minds. Universities do not merely confer degrees, they shape human beings. Many students arrive here green, confused, trying to figure out who they are, trying to understand the world, trying to understand themselves. You know, my father once told me that education is meant to make us fit to live and to be lived with, not just to earn with. And so not all our paths will be conventional. Yes, we are here to learn. But learning does not only happen in the lecture halls. It happens in the friendships that we form, the late night conversations, in the hall weeks, the parties, even the heartbreaks, all the extra activities that happen outside the lecture halls. All of that is education. It's also important to recognize that our paths will not look the same. Some students are here to become lawyers, doctors, academics. Others are here to become entrepreneurs, creatives, entertainers, builders of an entirely new industry. And that is why this institution and that is why institutions carry a profound responsibility to give students the space to discover themselves and their individual paths. Too many students, like myself, leave university carrying hurts. Some leave and never return because their dreams were not conventional, not easily understood, not readily accepted. And so you might ask yourself today, who are you in someone's life? Will you be remembered as the person who made a student feel small, or the one who made them feel seen? The voice that discouraged or the voice that affirmed? Because sometimes it only takes one sentence to diminish someone, but it also takes one sentence to change the trajectory of a life. And that is the power we all hold. The power to shape not just academic outcomes, but human beings. Now that is all out of my chest, I can finally and proudly say congratulations to all of us, because this feels like my graduation in a way. And standing here today feels like I'm closing one chapter, but opening yet another, because I finally found the courage to return to this university and pursue a long overdue master's. To my fellow graduates, go boldly, go fearlessly, and carry your entire story with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Forson. And I believe that we've all been inspired by this address, and I'm sure graduates will take away so many that will shape their life moving from this university into the next phase of their life. I believe Ms. Forson deserves a big round of applause. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is a tradition here in the University of Ghana that at Convocation ceremonies, one of the best graduating students delivers a valedictory message on behalf of the graduating class. I am looking on the faces of graduates to find my valedictorian, but I'm sure she's somewhere. Okay, our valedictorian for this morning's congregation ceremony is Ms. Mofi Yimfoluwa Samuel. I'm still trying to find Ms. Samuel. Ms. Samuel is an international student from Nigeria who came to pursue her undergraduate studies at the University of Ghana, earning a Bachelor of Arts in French and Linguistics, and is graduating with an impressive final grade points average of 3.95. So I have reduced you to second up. I'm sorry about that. So 3.95. Ms. Samuel's journey with French began at the age of 7, inspired by one Mr. Tonton B, a tutor whose engaging teaching style made language learning a fun. Years later, Ms. Samuel encountered applied linguistics, motivating her to pursue linguistics formally as a discipline. At the University of Ghana, Ms. Samuel joined Atelier Music, a French language music club promoting language learning and cultural exchange. In 2023, she received a scholarship for an exchange program at Sciences Po, Bordeaux, France, further expanding her academic and intercultural experience. Beyond academics, Ms. Samuel pursued leadership development as an intern with the International Leadership Foundation and the University of Ghana's Trans Bureau. She volunteered as French interpreter at the African Women Political Leadership Summit 2025. As her love for languages grows, she plans to explore the intersection of language, culture, and technology. Ms. Samuel picked up Mandarin Chinese achieving HSK Level 4 at the Confucius Institute UG, enrolled for Korean language class at the Center for Asian Studies, and delivered a speech on behalf of her cohort at the Korean language program's completion ceremony in 2025. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I welcome to the podium Ms. Samuel to deliver her address on behalf of her cohort. I'm still looking for where Ms. Samuel is sitting. Oh, there she comes. So, Ms. Samuel, we are colleagues.
Iga moya. Representative of the Chancellor, members of the University Council, the Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellors, Registrar, Provost, College of Humanities, Chairman and members of the College of Humanities Advisory Board, Deans, Directors, and Heads of Departments, members of Convocation, staff and students, alumni and friends of the university, fellow graduates, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am Mofinfolua Samuel, and it is a great honor to deliver the valedictory speech on behalf of the 2024-2025 College of Humanities graduating class. Today, we gather to celebrate our time at the University of Ghana, and today officially draws the curtains on what has been a memorable graduation week of ceremonies. To the university leadership, the graduation planning committees at all levels, the sound and media team, the ushers, and the many other staff members, both seen and unseen, who contributed to make these ceremonies a success. We truly appreciate you. And so kindly join me in giving a warm round of applause to them. I am a Nigerian, and in 2020, my family and I decided that I pursue my undergraduate studies here at the University of Ghana. Shortly before I arrived in Ghana, I was overwhelmed with worry and uncertainty. Still, I was grateful for the opportunity and determined to do my best. It was not my first time away from my family, but it was the furthest I had ever been from them. Right before I arrived in Ghana in 2021, I wrote a short piece entitled Hands, which I shared with those who had supported me in the journey of life. I recently found this piece again, which I believe captures the story of many of us gathered here today. And so permit me to share an excerpt from it. I've gathered my garden tools, and I've headed to the garden. I've filled my watering can, and here I am, kneeling on the ground. I have seeds in my bag and in my heart, and I am armed with all I need to plant them. I'm hopeful that they will sprout and that they will bloom. Recently, I feel someone by my side, watching over my shoulders. As I kneel in the garden, I speak to him, and I'm assured that he hears me and blesses my labor. He has big hands, and I'm in the middle of his palm, just like a petal carefully resting. I've seen other hands too, hands that have reached out before I ever asked, hands that give, hands that point out things and places, hands that stand together in prayer for me, hands that cheer me on. I am grateful for every hand around me, both big and small. With all of this encouragement, watch me make my garden blossom for all of you. When I wrote this piece, I could never have imagined all that I was going to experience in school, and I am sure that this is the case for many of us here. For the many hands that supported us, we say thank you. We, a cohort that arrived with different stories, fears, and hopes, but who were met time and again by steady hands, hands that helped us find our footing, hands that answered our questions, corrected us patiently, and believed in us even when we were still finding our confidence. Looking back now, we can truly count the cost of being here, the cost of careful planning, from government to university leadership, lecturers, institutes, and committees that designed our curricula and created opportunity for quality education. The cost of time, from writing WASI to navigating 4 or 5 demanding years at the University of Ghana, including a global pandemic that delayed our progress. It also costs support, physical, emotional, and financial, from parents and guardians, from friends who studied with us and listened to us when we vented, as well as from the beloved university that provided the space for learning and growth. But just as we count the cost, we must equally count our blessings. We are blessed to have come this far. We are grateful for the skills that we have gained and the lessons that we have learned. We are thankful for the friendships we formed and hope to carry forward in life. We count the blessing of earning a degree from a prestigious university, one we trust will launch us into the world with confidence. Most importantly, we thank God who has brought us thus far. And just as my name, Mofin Folua, means I give praise to the Lord, today I gladly join my mates in giving praise to God Almighty. I hope we all develop the habit of counting both the cost and the blessing. Because just as it costs so much for me to be here, I also count the blessing of meeting many wonderful Ghanaians who showed me great kindness. They showed me around, fed me, housed me, taught me, and checked up on me over the years. Just as I count the cost of attending classes, tutorials, and painfully surviving group work, if you know, you know, I also count the blessing of gaining new language skills. Although my tree is not perfect, I can at least say minty tree. I can also try my luck with mpachoti soon at the market, or join conversations with a confident asemo. Furthermore, my French is no longer limited to "ça va bien, merci et vous," or "je parle un peu de français." I could even give half of this speech in Korean, thanks to the Center for Asian Studies. And to that I say, "Koikawa 우리 선생님들이 정말 감사드립니다." And yet again, many thanks to the Confucius Institute, I can communicate fairly easily with Chinese native speakers. And also I say, 非常感谢你们. These were some of the opportunities that the University of Ghana placed before us, and we chose to step into them. We can count the cost of time spent away from our family members, but we can also count the blessing of becoming more independent and learning to live with people of different backgrounds. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates, as we step into the future, a new era to pursue new goals and face new challenges, let us remember to count the cost and count our blessings. The cost will change, from drawing syntax trees and learning morphological rules to challenges that we cannot yet imagine. But the habits of counting both must remain. Let me conclude by thanking families, friends, mentors, and well-wishers who supported our cohorts on this journey. We count you as our blessing, and we will never forget what you have done for us. Class of 2024-2025, I wish us all the very best as we step boldly into the future, counting the costs and counting our blessings. And as Nigerians say, may it not be a labor market for us, but a favor market. Thank you.
So let's sustain the clap as she resumes her seat. Miss Samuel, congratulations and thank you so much. And I believe that you all agree with me that Miss Samuel has really spoken for all of us and inspired us. And as I will always ask, let's give her another big round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are inching closer to the main reason why we are here. That is award of degrees, right? But before that, you take a little, just a few minutes of musical interlude to be performed by Dr. Alfred Adakwe. Just one or two songs, and then we proceed with the award of degrees. Doc.
Congratulations to you all. Ayiko, ye mama yiko, ye mama yiko, ayiko esiafwe. Ampara ye mama yiko, munyuma paswe ninti, inkunim difwe ye mamumo, ye mamumo, ye mama ko munyuma paswe ninti inkunim difwe ye mamumo shirama ye mamumo esiafwe ye mamayiko shirama ye mama kwaba Irama ye mama tnahase Shirama ye sira inkwatin efiri otuman kuma obadye chediamponya miho ye mamumo au ye mama yiko munyuma paswe ninti inkunim difwe ye mamumo ye mamumo munyuma paswe ninti ayiko ye mamumo ayiko ye mamumo ye mama kwaba atnasi yesire inkwatin efiri oduman kuma obadye chediam ponya miho oduman kuma obadye chediam ponya miho ye mamumo majima ye mamumo ye mamu ayiko ye mamu ayiko esiafwe ampara ye mamu munyuma paswe ninti inkunindife ye mamumo ye mamu ayiko munyuma paswe ninti inkunindife ye mamumo shirama ye mamumo esiafwe ye mamu ayiko ayiko.
Thank you, Dr. Adakwe. Ayiko to our graduates. So, as I said earlier, it is now time for the award of degrees. And I have few instructions for our graduates. As earlier mentioned, this is a formal ceremony, and we do not expect graduates to be moving in and out of the auditorium. So bear with us and bear with your colleagues. Those who will come up here from the first class row will take their handshakes and smile and get the pictures. Just as you cheer them on, those who take theirs early should also cheer those who are coming from outside and from the terraces, right? And we leave the auditorium when the Chair of Council officially dissolves congregation. Please, our ushers and security are on hand to help you if you need any support. So please have a seat and enjoy the roll call and cheer people on, your police on when they come up here. Is that okay? Great. So you are seated in the order in which you will be called. You stand to be presented by the dean of your school, and when the degrees are conferred by the chair of council, she will say to you, Anyako, and you will respond, Yae. You will then take your seat for the roll call. And when you are called, walk up to the platform to be acknowledged. But kindly note that only first class students will receive handshake and medallion from the platform party. I think it is fair, right? And protocol demands that gentlemen will take up their cap when they come up here and take a slight bow. Ladies will keep their caps on and curtsy. Kindly follow the instructions of the ushers, but they are in the aisle on all sides of the auditorium. Follow their direction when you come up here and when you are resuming your seats. I will now call on the Dean of School of Languages, Professor Josephine Jahine-Kwashi, to present Bachelor of Arts students. Graduates, Bachelor of Arts, please stand.
Chair of Council, representing the Chancellor, I, Professor Josephine Jahine-Kwashi, Dean, School of Languages, present to you Bachelor of Arts students who, having followed approved course of study over the stipulated period and passed the required examinations, have thereby become eligible for the academic awards to which their studies entitle them. I pray for conferment of the awards due them. Thank you.
Just a minute. Madam Chair, permit me. I realize that graduates outside the auditorium did not stand. Please, graduates outside the auditorium, please stand. Yes.
Dean of School of Languages, by the authority vested in the Chancellor of the University of Ghana, I, Marietta Jewa Brew, acting on behalf of the Chancellor, hereby pronounce the students presented duly graduated. Bachelor of Arts students, Ayiko. Please sit. Please be seated.
Bachelor of Arts, First Class Honors. Abdul Aziz Abdallah Zablon, Musa Abdul Hamid, Iman Abdullah, Georgette Elekplim Akulache, Paakwesi Boti Akwe, Simon Ofe Adams, Daniel Ade, Daniel Ado, Evans Antiad, Clinton Ajay Chumasi, Enoch Edujamfi, Emmanuel Aduhene, Abigail Aduchumwa, David Abaja, Israel Kwesi Agbasi, Arafat Muhammad Ababito, Joanna Kafui Agbenyafia, Marvin Ejei, Desmond Nanakwabeneje, Adisa Ikuwa Ahmed, Emmanuel Edu, Eugene Akoli, Stephen Boadu Akoto, Bernard Kofi Edinam Akubia, Eunice Ekufo, Zulaiha Ali Luseni, Felix Opokuameyao, Ebenezer Amisa, Obed Amwa, Edwin Ohinamponsan, Precious Etonam Amuzu, Kwabena Esiedu Enim, Christian Kwame Enim, Gideon Deborah Anson, Gerard Asantienchi, Akosia Asantua Enchi, Fadil Ahmed Kwame Enchi, Regobert Tete Anum, Jeffrey Elekem Akpasu, Shelter Aram Apedo, Elik Plim Apekdobo, Mami Akosia Uyapia, Faustina Pia, Na Ayele Adefio, Doreen Dama, Sebastian Asamoah, Rexford Ejapon Asamoah, Daniela Akosia Amwefi Asamoah, Nana Mbia Asari, Miracle Nanaya Asari, Angel Adwa Frempoma Esiama Sampong, Gabriel Adoesiedu, Achireko Charles Esubonten, Felix Nayo Esumein, James Ato, Abigail Efriye Etuahene, Salome Ewua, Bridget Ya Ewuku, Aloysius Bakari, Ernestina Akusika Bavo, Priscilla Beduado, Gerard Bequin, Abena Ampia Baini, Gerard Boampon, Alice Manak Boa, Adwa Echan Boatin, Gilbert Ochere Boatin, Grace Amuboja, Rosemary Bless Bosu, Felix Bochi, Prince Late Bochi, Benedicta Usia Brobe, Asantewa Brobe, Matilda Chidinma Brown, Grace Amajanwa Kobina, Mami Ekuyata Coolman, Samuel Kwekudanso, Peggy Ohinewa Dakwa, Christabel Koyo Dete, Peggy Akofa Dodia, Salvation Afidoku, Esther Osei Abenedua, Sadina Senat Duncan, Ruth Erenam Jibom, Addison Ifua, Emmanuel Ebo Ekuban, Victor Emmanuel Agu Mba, Eliza Ishan, Augustine Isel, Victoria Aseye Aku Fianyeku, Nana Mafrempong, Emmanuela Sewa Frempong, Daniela Sewa Frempong, David Frempong, Nelly Finn, Nana Magezi, Prosper Bogbo, Josephine Mawunyo Geli, Pascal Gansa, Vanessa Akusia Jadu, Juanita Irama Japan, Derek Kobla Hadamensa, Nathalina Mawina Henyo, Nabil Sulemana Ibrahim, Bright Sarah Mensa Kankam, Gerard Ejapon Kisi, Ya Kumi Treme, Elizabeth Papon, Cecilia Na Odale Lamte, Kemlin Enam Lecha, Abel Liwa, Joanna Mausi Logoche, Sarah Na Mele Mate, Prince Menano, Abigail Mensaban, Tika Holali Medoji, Prince La Abeka Ninsen, Jessica Esi Antobam Nketia Boy, Daniela Brandy Dede Noe, Peter Kwachinto, Theophilus Atanuako, Delasi Israela Nunyoy, Amrita Awinloya Makai Nyaba, Mariama Atule Nyaba, Na Shome Kukwa Okran, Daniel Odro Chum, Karen Ochre Anane, Otabel Kwachi Opoku, Prince Nana Opoku, Daniel Opon Ntim, Samson Kojo Osei, Melvin Fifi Osei Bedu, Philomena Adoma Osei Tutu, Yvonne Sewa Owusu, Samuel Kofi Owusu, Prince Nyameye Owusu, Mercy Eniola Phillips, Emmanuela Kwansa, Esther Kwashi, Frank Kwabena Owusu Kote, Blessing Makusaki, Morphine Folua Muturayo Samuel, Rosemont Dansoa Safo, Abigail Do Samado, David Tapi, Abraham Amankwa Tete, Cyril Andrew Ni Ofe Tete, Chantal Margot Tomadis, Rachel Maudi Tojro, Desmond Tufo, Belinda Akosia Tulasi, Idara Eniji Umo, Mary Wellington, Awo Asantua Wiafia Kenten, Stephen Boachi Yado. Thank you.
Second class honors, upper division. Joseph Ababila, Salom Kafui Abada, Lois Erama Abankwa, Emanuela Abe, Samiratu Abdul Wahab, Nura Abdul Basit, Mutaka Abdullahi, Mariam Mami Ifwa Abdullahi, Rene Abuaje, Janet Dakon Abuajewa, Felicity Abuajewa, Stephanie Abuajewa Frempong, Adelaide Abra, Joy Yaira Abavol Abavel, Deborah Naki Abroso, Muhammad Awal Abubakar, Ramla Nuta Abubakar, Elizabeth Achampong, Doreen Frema Achampong, Grace Achampong, Delali Ama Akola, Louisa Caroline Aqua, Kevin Papa Kwamena Aqua, Emmanuel Kofi Adams, Miriam Adams, Noela Adams, Ray Charles Tre Adai, Nasia Na Koshi Addison, Belinda Ado, Vida Oredu Ado, Kelvin Ado, Jessica Wosomo Adi, Charity Na Akuye Adi, Vivian Yaira Adeti, Divine Chukwenye Adimabua, Janice Queenster Teteki Aja, Nana Efia Mesa Ajay, Lisa Ejay, Matilda Dede Ajosu, Pearl Adoga, Techiwa Nemo Adomako, Sarah Asantua Adonten, Moses Kofi Adonu, Alfred Kweku Edu, Jeff Nana Edusei, Joyce Afari, Akwesi Afre Boache, Aaron Afriye, Marsha Afia Afriye, Emmanuel Agbenyo, Abigail Agbabianu Pongo, Martin Agbefia, Daniel Agbleze, Marcus Perry Agbolosu, Seram Doricia Agamayi, Priscilla Eram Esi Ablegbe, Thurmond Yao Agodo, Perpetual Ajare, Godfred Ejay, Samuel Ejay Owusu, Emanuela Ejekum, Bridget Ejekum, Gladys Ejekumwa in Kansa, Manuela Aseye Ajeman, Dromona Anowa Ejiri Saki, Helena Salasi Ahobo, Clenam Rejoice Akapo, Vida Ajua Akangbon, Benedicta Akanpili, Joshua Auku Akoy, Eugene Maule Akomate, Eugenia Koko Akplehe, Tresina Odole Akron, Estana Adole Ekufu, Eles Amwa Akuoku, Seiram Afi Akusa, Oswell Mami Inshiraba Allen, Safia Tuna Aku Alote, Evelyn Na Dole Alote, Eva Awinmina Alome, Stanley Osei Amankwa, Wilhelmina Yaira Amanu, Emmanuel Nikoi Amasa, Aseye Yawa Amega, Vanessa Christiana Amegahi, Barbara Esenam Amegbe, Chris Makafui Amenohu, Besmark Amo, Yao Ajare Amoa, God sent Yao Amoa, Esther Otu Amoa, Rochelle Osei Amoakon, Judith Abena Enima Amoating, Letitia Ama Ampa, Yeboa Ampiem Dakon, Sharon Efua Ampiao, Osewusu Ampofo, Genevieve Yeboa Ampoma, Victor Anabila, Jennifer Abena Anakwa, Bright Anderson, Sandra Nana Yaba Ando, Setowu Anewu, Ernestine Awudu Angle, Purvis Michael Enima, Nicole Gloria Inshira Ankama, Jeffrey Papa Ankoma, Mary Anna Akushika Ankra, Christiana Kwama Ankra, Gabriel Anan, Rebecca Afi Anan, Beatrice Koko Ano, Eunice Anohoma, Kevin Ansa Jamera, Constance Enchi, Ni Ajete Enum, Lucius Apoya, Ajua Ayima Apel, Seraphine Ohinwa Apenten, Penila Owusua Apia, Edward Apia, Mary Nana Ohima Esi Apia, Francis Asantua Apia, Lisa Apia Pobi, Ruby Nana Eresi Ahen, Juan Jatin Akelst, Mameya Jamia Arthur, Helena Arthur, Jesse Arthur Beidu, Portia Ai, David Asmeni, Samuel Asamoah, Michael Nana Ofori Asamoah, Perpetual Asamoah, Carol Nana Jechi Asante, Christiana Asante, Ernestina Asante, Winfred Asante Sian, Sharon Ohinwa Asare, Jessica Abrefi Asare, Ajua Yeboa Asare, Richard Asare, Rebecca Ama Ashley, Nathaniel Ashon, Owusu Obed Asiedu, Sandra Delali Asiedu, Alberta Assisi, Angela Koko Asigbe, Nanama Ntiamwa Asumedu, Florence Kwahima Atakra, Esther Ya Atali, Jessica Safako Atiboli, Thelma Koko Atitianti, Fidelia Enyonam Atichogwei, Cecilia Atiku, Daniel Ato, Irene Yaira Atriki, Esther Awini, Desmond Awinebora, Yoni Eleklim Awoye, Laurentia Ayam, Edith Esi Ayedate, Louis Na Dede Ayekwei Ama, Emanuela Opon Ayisi, Dorothy Ayivo, Deborah Kesiwa Befi, Emmanuel Ofori Ba, and Clement Ba.
Second class honors upper division continues. Elfrida Krantima Ba, Eric Menu Ba, Mary Sasu Ba, Catherine Bauer, Faustina Badohu, Paul Beidu, Theophilus Adote Banaman Saka, Rafia Tubawa, Sarah Bediakun, Erika Yaira Benson, Benedicta Obenewa Bimpong, Sally Lani Blabo, Bridget Boahin, Andrea Minta Boache, Loretta Yadom Boache, Jeffrey Boache, Eric Boache, Florence Yadom Boache, Sandra Lucy Boase, Emmanuel Atta Boateng, Nana Ama Boateng, David Boateng, Michael Sefa Boateng, Kelvin Opoku Boateng, Muniratu Sule Bodu, Nicholas Kwajo Bonfe, Stephen Bonfo, Joel Owusu Boston, Beatrice Kokoi Botre, Wendy Ajele Boy, Victorus Dramina Bracon, Nicholas Brown, Owen Jude Bruce, Tracy Chambers, Christabel Nakomle Kofi, Gloria Jean Noklim Ya Coleman, Christopher Inkatia Kramer, Godfred Eko Kujo, Blessing Mame Abba Kujo, Belinda Nana Ekuya Kujo, Philip Harrison Dabi, Anastasia Daze, Priscilla Chumesua Damoa, Frederick Damiwe, Efia Afo Dankwa, Perpetua Dankwa, Bartholomew Okain Dankwa, Mame Aba Inshira Dankwa Amoa, Nicholas Kojo Bomfe, Stephen Bomfo, Joel Owusu Boston, Beatrice Kokoi Boche, Wendy Ajele Boy, Efia Mpofwa Dakwa, Tracy Lako Dakon, Prince Dakon, Frimpoma Millicent Dakwa, Stephanie Dakwa, Lady Vanessa Leviel Derry, Ahene Ni Jan, Lemuel Tete Jan, Gabriel Dodu, Na Ofebia Dodu, Vanessa Ablado, Ephraim Maunyo Do, Edmond Delali Do, Queen Veran Dompre, Angel Donko, Martin Donko, Eunice Donko, Prince Donko, Alima Dot, Jessica Sichopwe Dot, Esther Dua, Charlotte Dua, Maria Jochebed Doku, Priscilla Ejewa Dramina, Hamlet Odiko Pim Dramina, Arnold Kojo Jermaine Mauko Dremedo, Francisca Ebley, Lloyd upon Efa Mensah, Miriam Enin, Mary Ann Samemo Etta, Theresa Esi Yaba Ewisi, Timothy Alfred Faye, Christabel Fanusa, Deborah Esnam Fiajo, Erica Fiagbeji, Christine Komla Fia, Laurentia Ayongo Fio, Ellen Fodjo, Grace Fokyo Amoakohene, Holda Fosu, Bright Frempong, Harry Owusu Frempong, Jacobel Frempong, Pauline Osei Inshira Frempong Manso, Norberta Bando Finn, Princess Ajwa Finn, Gertrude Gabla, Julia Gadali, Florence Gatti, Frida Bajasin Bati, Edna Pochia Gibre, Mauli Godwin Bobo, Jifa Afi Gamega, Famous Gidiga, Daniela Nihad Gemel, Laudia Efia Godson, Joseph Billy Graham, Samuel Owusu Jaba, Mary Jama, Josephine Bediako Jamira, Natasha Jamira, Lydia Abna Jamira, Reginald Madukwe Jamira, Comfort Yakwa Jenfi, Emmanuela Ama Ata Ofosuya Jan, Anita Yajan, Gifty Efwa Janwa, Nana Afo Ano Jesse, Michelle Mamia Majache, Nicholas Jima, Rashida Hammond, Gloria Hansen, Adra Bakranche Hansen, and Sanam Hachu, Helena Homwame, Habibata Maltiti Hussein, Kalmadin Kuyin Idrisu, Deborah Nena Igbokwe, Cecilia Inkum, Benedicta Anyoko Johnson, Joseph Kofi Kabri Bayala, Adam Kana, Nadia Vanessa Kasim, Elaine Lorraine Kinney, Portia Oredu Kisi, Adam Lord Klu, Abner Jewa Konto, Prince Hayan Skumsen, Leslie Amoni Kote Kote, Jonas Charles Babite, Solis Poto, Rocklin Krampa, Cynthia Kwagbeji, Henrietta Techiwa Kumi, Kingsley Ochri Kumi, Georgia Kumi Mate, Esther Oforiwa Kwafo, Richmond Agude Kweku, Florence Elikem Kwekuza, Thomasina Adwa Kwache, Emmanuel Kwache, Dennis Kwating, Valerie Mensa Ayram Kweku, Edmond Nanewusi Kofi, Emmanuel Pepra Treme, Emanuela Akosia Treme, Adoma Miki Treme, Irabna Eson Ferguson Lane, Jaina Odakai Lamte, Daroni Odate Lamte, Zipporah Na Koshi Theodora Lamte, Elizabeth Na Lamte, Clinton Nanada Kulabi, Jehoshaphat Late, Stanley Late, Glenda Na Afole Lai, Farida Ayokolai, Chantel Daiki Lase, Success Na Mele Loko, Deborah Adobia Lomote, Alia Ella Weckham Lugutera, Raphael Musliu Lupeju, Alexandra Dansua Mantil, Elikem Adwa Marcus, and Felix Mafo.
Second class honors upper division continues. James Mafo, Pascalina Matomasen, Mami Ajwa Bakun Imbir, Nana Basau Anamoa, Vanessa Nyasi Mensa, Safiatu Anoko Mensa, Magdalene Mele Mensa, Naomi Forson Mensa, Xavier Esi Mensa, Vanessa Mensa, Nadia Kwachua Mensa, Hilda Seiram Mensa, Edward Mensa, Francisca Lebene Mensa, Kezia Lamle Mills, Richmond Miracle, Abubakari Mohammed, Huleratu Mohammed, Bright Siao Na, Derek Wesley Na, Princess Amma Che Nate, Shalom Nate, Rosette Nateki Nate, Edson Arantis Do Nascimento, Prince Edward Nikwe, Samuel Moti Nigmama, Evelyn Nketia, Yvette Bruce Nkrumah, Anastasia Nkrumah, Nesta Ninoy Norte, Bismarck Norte, Darius Novlo, Josephine Intiamwa, Samuel Intifo, Ochri Dake Nyama, Victoria Nuaite, Sharifatu Nuhu, Eiram Agbesi Nuchu, Emilia Nyamiche, Benjamin Yankson, Mabel Ajwa Nyakun, Princess Cook Nyakun, Gloria Efia Nyakun, Vera Abena Nyavo, Nana Danswa Obing, Patrick Obing, Grace Sewa Obing, Blessing Obinabo, Abena Abrefi Obri Ahiama, Matthias Kese Obo, Modesta Eduse Obo, Yvonne Okran, Noah Ni Afote Odai, Clement Odija Ojao, Margaret Abena Odro, Nani Boampong Odro, Sally Ofe, Margaret Nakai Okain, Sandra Na Dede Okain, Persis Na Afroba Okain, Portia Okain, Edward Na Okutu, Shemaya Nshira Omani, Elsie Omani, Daniel Te Omani, David Opoku, Maud Nanaya Amankwa Opoku, Letitia Boatima Opoku, Perpetua Owusu Osei, Jeftas Ejay Osei, Ruth Abena Osei, Vanessa Owusua Osei, Victoria Jemfua Oting, Gilbert Otu, Erekwa Nyanyuwa Otu, Claudia Owula Otumfo, Rhoda Bempa Owusu, William Kwame Owusu, Ellen Owusu, Eric Owusu, Kate Owusu, Doris Kwa Owusu, Blessing Owusu Ajiman, Abigail Owusu Ansa, Leslie Owusu Sapong, Loretta Paddy, Sandra Nora Dede Padite, Veronica Ewenam Papau, Jessica Ya Poma Pekun, Ekua Techua Pokueje, Letitia Pokua, Evans Pra, Audrey Esther Ohima Kwansa, Nelly Kwakupom, Karen Na Okai Kwe, Daniela Paula Na Tetele Kwe, Theophilus Na Ni Ama Kwe, Efwa Oforiwa Kwe Labi, Paulina Randolph, Esther Koko Saki, Patience Ajwa Safwa, Emmanuela Ejepoma Sam, Samuel Ba Safo, Stephen Sapong, Josephine Gloria Elom Savis, Erica Nana Esi Sebu, Jessica Ewenam Sedo, Mawinyo Segbeji Rich, Christabel Emefa Senyabo, Daniela Senyi Phillips, Ruth Sewa, Isaac Komla Shanti, Charlotte Bueki Seida, Christiana Sintim, Margaret Ohinewa Sintima, Belinda Nakai Soa, Francis Ni Aye Tego, Kwesi Elike Tamaklu Asante, Gabriel Tando, Condoleezza Taylor, Precious Tekpli, Leonard Kwame Tenge, Joshuana Tete, Jocelyn Tete, Sheila Tete. Inokweno Tete, Claudia Esi Thompson, Renee Elom Tojedi, Anita Confidence Chechi, Deslin Asantua Chumesi, Sakina Usman. Diliana Koko Van Dapoy, Rahima Lala Wahid, Rubina Koshi Wallace Bruce, Matthew Wanye, Ernest Wilson, Ruby Wilson Ando, Mary Magdalene Yankee, Efwa Yaba Yankson, George Kweku Yorson, Joachim Elekem Yebi, Marian Asarewa Yeboa, Emmanuela Yeboa, Derek Yeboa, Phoebe Yeboa, Esther Yeboa, Janice Akofa Yevu, Ame Zagi, Gabriela Zoe, and Andrew Mensah. Bachelor of Arts, second class honors, lower division. Katumi Abubakar Abamiri, Emanuela Aban, Jonathan Abre, Zoe Abuaji, Princess Abongo, Faziatu Salisu Abubakar, Joshua Yamwa Achampong, Christiana Achampong, Comfort Aqua, Abdul Kudus Wampini Adam, Magdalene Apua Adams, Princess Susie Ade, Blessing Adinkra, Josephine Ajabui, Emmanuel Kojo Ejei, Gabriel Ejei, Marvelous Kojo Ejei, Lydia Emisa Ejei, Annabelle Na Ajele Ejei, Joanna Na Ache Ejei Akpo, Louis Ejei Eku, Elizabeth Boy Ajete, Jasmine Na Ayoko Ajete, Michael Aduko, Valerie Na Koko Adum, Stephen Na Adote, Marvelous Delali Adraku, Peter Sechiama Edu, Viveka Edu, Linda Edu, Dennis Edu Jumfo, Christabel Edu Afari, Akosia Sarah Edu Jemfi, Vincent Ajizo, Eric Yeboa Afari, Nancy Afari Minta, Christopher Selom Aflakui, Wendy Mary Agbeko, Angela Sefofo Agbenyo, Prince Michael Agbodogli, Emmanuela Yawa Agoha, Emmanuela Wolasi Agoku, and Wendy Ekua Dansua Ajepong.
Second class lower division continues. Olivia Ajay, Ivy Nakwo Ajiman, Tricia Selassie Irajwa Ahi, Bridget Koko Ahianeti, Amos Ahiabo, Umu Ayman Ahmed Tijani, Shadrach Okan Edu, Deborah Eidusa, Celine Inti Akins, Wilson Ayueliken Akanko, Eunice Akesekwashi, Betty La Blessing Akoba, Nana Poku Senior Akomia, Andra Akomia, Gladys Akosa, Bernard Amanote Akoto, Anita Mawunyo Akpese, Stella Abna Ekwiamwa, Serena Asiedua Amankwa, Derek Ametepe, Isaac Akoto Oforiwa Ameyao, Doris Amo, Jessica Amo Hoyt, Christabel Ya Amwakun, Emmanuela Amwakun, Emmanuela Enima Amwakun, Rianne Fowa Amwakun, Winifred Otubia Amwakun, Richmond Osei Amwatin, Violetta Amu, Kezia Amu Mensa, Jessica Selom Amuzu, Gandhi Obin Ampadu, Efia Ampon, Kevin Amponsa, Richmond Amponsa, Peter Eko Anderson, Prince Bafo Ando, Christian Ando, Doreen Aniaje, Kelvin Sasso Enim, Gifty Amenka Entry, Lotha Ni Ade Ankra, Perpetua Anan, Jasmine Jacqueline Anan, Emmanuel Enin, Elaine Catherine Equia Ewusi Ano, Abigail Ano, Vera Ano, Angela Yerenchiwa Akosuya Ansa, Randy Ansa, Owusu Marvin Ansa, Rose Ansa, Paulina Entry, Pamela Entry, Joel Edu Entry, Stacy Na Ayoko Anum, Clifford Sowa Anum, Delight Kekeli Anyomi, Beauty Apedo, Rebecca Ajo Apezan, Kojo Abam Apia, Romeo Dakun Apia, Nathaniel Ahenkra Apia, Equia Adobia Apia Opon, Michael Nash Ahen, Teresa Echan Arthur, Enoch Arthur, Richard Arthur, Gideon Arthur, Thomselina Asafweje, Charles Asamoah, Victoria Ohinewa Asante, Eva Boateng Asante, Benedicta Kwaba Asante, Maclina Asante Ansa, David Kwejo Asante Date, Jessica Ajikum Asare, Matilda Adobia Asare, Bismarck Asare, Victoria Erefua Asare, Michael Asipunu, Tracy Akese Asel, Richard Ochre Asuman, Princess Shalom Atiba, Florence Atugumbasia, Gertrude Delali Afi Atipo, Isabella Ewenam Achipo, Thierry Britney Lai Austin, Golda Amenu Veveya Avuto, Gifty Ami Aulime, Christabel Virginia Delali Ajua Awudi, Kingsford Ewuku, Nicholas Kwabna Jr. Ewuku, Mauli Ahame, Amanda Ayamba, Uma Agruba Baba, Benjamin Danso Banfo, Akosia Sewa Ousu Banahene, Mansur Bashir, Salome Basoa, Yasmin Mohammed Bello, Jada Pensiwa Baini, Laura Elom Blebo, Rashida Boabe, Ya Ousuwa Boedi, Gloria Boache Dankwa, Love Ya Poma Boama, Godfred Boama Daku, Christian Boapia, Ya Ejenim Junior Boating, Irene Boating, Marvin Asare Boating, Prince Boating, Christopher Nanakwabna Boating, Michael Botri, Abayaka de la Mary Brima, Eva Frempoma Brefo, Joel Listowel Bukari, Esther Bukari, Ankuma Mensa Clifford, Helena Clotty, Daniel Dankwa Koba, Raphael Jr. Coleman, Gifty Carly Come, Julia Dadzi, Manuela Dadzi Pencil, Precious Abla Mauto Dagadu, Kennedy Abuaji Dagadu, Adlid Enam Dagba, Akosia Ajiman, Damwa Fari, Anastasia Equia Kwachiwa Dankwa, Glory Danso, Hayford Danso, Cheryl Dakunwa Danso Menu, Gertrude Nunana Dake, Nicolina Dakumante, Inokofi Amponsa Dakwa, Alex Dakwa, Nathan Jabati Diogo, Sheila Doku, David Dodo, Sandra Clenam Doche, Wisdom Dovo, Georgina Dufie, Mabel Efua Jakpasu, Linda Selassie Jandu, Michael Delali Janja, Jeffrey Ajoka, Aaron Nkansa Egan, Supreme Elom Eleblu, David Kofi Ellis, Janet Yaira Enyamenkun, Jessica Esi Eshan, Elisha Kofi Eshan, Isaac Kojo Eshan Ajam, Jessica Essien, Mary Esilfi, Jessica Maunyo Ewevo, Henrietta Achukwi Eweve, Comfort Nanaya Ezia, Obed Opare Fafo, Shamsia Anita Mawena Fiato, Fidaus Edgar David Forsyth, Henrietta Nanaya Forson, Mildred Forson, Georgina Fallon Forson Nyame, Pra Frank,
Christabel Dodua Frimpon, Doreen Esa Frimpon, David Mensa Frimpon, Mavis Ama Frimpon, Stephanie Frimpon Bonsu, Jeffrey Achu Gafachi, Kenston Gagakuma. Thank you. Francesca Gagodo, Ilyasu Mohammed Galahad, Mabel Ganu, Paul Bruce, Adolfo Bomita, Rebecca Dakwa Jamra, Desmond Saka Jemfi, Gilbert Jemfi Ejay, Nana Ofe Ajiman Jesse, Laudia Oforiwa Jesse, Angela Jechi, Mamunu Abdul Alpha Hakim, Abubakari Hamdia, Shafiq Mbo Hamza, Nafisa Haruna, Mariam Aziz Idrisu, Beatrice Abna Israel, Gloria Kabori, Beatrice Kabute Ongo, Emmanuel Insia Kakari, Gifty Owusukata, Lindsay Equia Anima Kesi, Kojo Frempon Kesi, Angel Coiny, Clement Enim Kunedu, Abigail Ankuma Cranton, Keziana Dede Kote, Marilyn Ade Kote, Albert Mensa Konvi, Ivy Kumoji, Joel Atiawen Kusa, Nana Kwejo Efriye Kusi, Hilda Obia Kwache, Lauren Shia Irabna Kwao, Maizaral Kofi, Angela Trema, Mariam Trema, Irene Lakai, Vera Ama Lavo, Maureen Dede Koshi Lomote, Prince Jenkins Manley Spain, Emmanuel Menu, Joseph Mafo, Benis Afrakuma Mafo, Abigail Mafua, Desmond Mate Mama, Felicity Baba Mens Boa, Elizabeth Mensa, Enoch Obey Mensa, Jessica Mensa, Obed Mensa, Charlotte Na Oboshi Mensa, Bridget Mensa, Millicent Enyona Mensa, Abigail Godswe Mensa, Angela Ejay Mensa, Abigail Mensa, Piolina Minta, Richard Obim Mreku, Maxwell Kunedu Mreku, Shaban Chandre Mohammed, Hamdia Tumusa, Elizabeth Ama Mustafa, Samuel Echampon Nanamia, Phoebe Kwabna Na, Deborah Koko Nati, Erica Akape Naza, Kenneth Eugene Neche, Princess Gifts Inshraba, Joyce Nkansa, Vera Abwaji Nkansa, Annette Nketia Kran, Esther Norty, Dan Untumi, Nathaniel Nuno, Daniel Nyame, Aseye Manuela Nyamicho, Benis Nyatusa, Winifred Fosia Oben, Angelina Ampoma Oben, Daniela Oben Mensa, Olga Okran, Evans Nyakun Odro, Michael Setre Odro, Abigail Ohui Ofoi, Gloria Ofori, Joseph Ofori, Irene Ohinewa Ofori, Abraham Jojo Oklete, Happy Oklete, Shem Oko Olenu, Daniel Onyina, Anita Opoku, Matilda Opoku Johnson, David Opon, Richard Asari Opon, Justice Opon, Naomi Nyameche Opon, Bedietuo Yao Osei, Benjamin Edu Osei, Belinda Tra Osei, Bernard Ochri Osei, Stephen Oseye J, Samuel Bonsu Oseye Sibe, Abdul Waliu Osman, Samuela Somi Otu, Francisca Franua Otu, Teresa Inturua Ochu, Erica Aku Otu, Sandra Ansa Ousu, Alberta Amponsa Ousu, David Kwame Ousu Ansa, Philemon Ousu Nimade, Abna Ousua, Josephine Paddy, Aaron Pate, Paddy Tete, Lucy Efwa Pencil, Kofi Osei Pepra, Lemuel Curtis Farin, Rebecca Pokua, Regina Na Osekua Kwao, Emmanuel Elinam Kwashi, Suzelle Yabua Kwe, Roberta Mamiesi Reynolds, Muftao Salisu, Rosemary Asantoa Sam, Whitney Maminya Akosafo, Emmanuel Asa Kodie, Sophia Sapon, Hannah Ejapoma Sasu, Peter Kwesi Segbe, Daniel Teria Siao, Abdul Malik Sulemana, Jacob Dakun Tahiru, Kweku Techi, Ama Maakun Asamoatano, Abigail Yongwa Tete, Jason Jomo Tete, Joyce Akumamle Tete, Vanessa Nueki Tete, Divine Nuete Thompson, Rollins Edem Toklo, Daniel Tiekuchum, Derek Sapon Chumesi, God's Way Kofi Bobobu, Theodora Wagbena, Alicia Ekua Wellington Dedi, Christopher Riafe, Alexander Apia Williams, Dorcas Biama Redu, Emilia Abna Yabi, Paul Kofi Yaro, Huzev Zakari Yusuf, Mavis Zagbo, Sani Zuwera, Third Class Honors, Anita Efriye Ajeman, Priscilla Achupe Bedra, Olad Brunel Honvo, Mohammed Farid Hussein, and Prince Chumesi.
Madam Chair, Dean, School of Languages, and your administrators, thank you very much. Our dear fresh graduate, hearty congratulations. Hearty congratulations once again. So, with your degrees now conferred, we grant you, the university grants you 2 recognitions. Now you are our freshest graduates. And as graduates of University of Ghana, anytime you wear an academic gown like we are wearing, the cap, the tassel on this cap should be aligned to the left of the cap. So can we take a few seconds? Can we all rise and take a few seconds to check up if our tassels are well aligned to the left of the cap? Kindly check up your neighbors to be sure he has done the right thing. And secondly, too, the hood that you are having at your back should rest right on your back. You don't want to see the yellow showing on the left side of your shoulder nor on the right side. It should be right on your back, so that when you move out and you are taking your pictures, they will indeed be memorable pictures, right? You don't want to see pictures that are with the hood not properly aligned, and tomorrow your kids know better and asking you, mommy or daddy, why didn't you wear your gowns well? So congratulations once again. You may take your seat. So now that you are well dressed and you've earned the accolade of graduates of University of Ghana, you have a second recognition as alumni of the great University of Ghana. And as alumni, you are our international ambassadors, right? And because of that, we expect you to translate the knowledge that you have gained in this great institution to help humanity. And we are so sure that you will be this great institution our loyal supporters, right? So loyalty is a key part of our values. So when you go, be loyal to UG. And of course, when you go and it works well for you, wherever you find yourself, come back. We are ready to support you to move up to do postgraduate degrees. And also, if you get a little more in your wallet, come back and help the College of Humanities, your college. I guess, and I hope you will do that, won't you? Okay, you find yourself in international organization, in government institution, NGOs, your own business. We say in our local language, Ketwebians, right? So come and put something in here, and definitely when you have done so, we will recognize you. And note that some of you will come back to do your postgraduate degrees, right? A number of you got some scholarship through the International Financial Aid Office, sorry. Come back and put something in the college endowment fund, and we will recognize you. And of course, your kids are also coming. I guess so. Your children are also coming. When you help us fix the institution, they will enjoy the best of time when they come here. And I believe you will do that, right? Thank you very much. So we are approaching the end of this morning's ceremony, and shortly, I will invite the Chair of Council to dissolve congregation. But before that, the Registrar has a few remarks to make, after which the Director of Public Affairs will take over proceedings and make some announcements. So at this juncture, I will respectfully invite the Registrar to the podium, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, College Registrar. Madam Chair, with your permission, as we draw the curtain on the February 2026 congregation ceremonies, I'd like to say a few words. Thank you. We set off having congregation ceremonies this February on the 10th of February. This is the 17th ceremony. Over 15,000 students have graduated. It's not been an easy task. And I'd like to say a special thank you to all of the teams who have worked so hard, mostly behind the scenes, to make the graduation ceremonies a success. From marking scripts, entering grades, approving students for graduation, working on call lists and seating arrangements, protocol and media activities, overseeing the provision of logistics and utilities for the ceremonies, emceeing ceremonies, giving out gowns, souvenirs, certificates, keeping campus clean, security, traffic control, ushering, shuttle services, the list goes on and on and on. We truly appreciate all your hard work and dedication that has contributed to the successful ceremonies and pleasant experiences for our graduates and their guests. And we are most grateful for all the work that you've done. I would like all of us to warmly applaud our hard-working teams. Thank you so much.
So, Madam Chair, I will now invite you to kindly come and dissolve congregation, please. Thank you.
Members of Council, Acting Vice Chancellor, our esteemed guest speaker, Madam Registrar, members of Convocation, staff and students, our new graduates now joining me and others as alumni of University of Ghana, congratulations. As we end this ceremony, I would like to salute all those who have worked hard to ensure a successful event, particularly those who played various roles in the planning and organization of today's event, as well as the other 16 congregation ceremonies that took place this month. And it hasn't been easy, extremely tiring, and Registrar, well done. To the fresh graduates, you have worked hard over the periods that you've been students at this university, and you deserve all the laurels that you have acquired today. I congratulate you all on your achievements and urge you to be worthy ambassadors of your alma mater. May the education and skills you have acquired at this university guide and inspire your path, and may your journey be defined by success, fulfillment, and a meaningful, lastful impact on the world. I wish you success in your future endeavors, and do be guided by the university's core values of integrity, commitment, respect, and loyalty. Congratulations once again. Go out into the world with pride, purpose, and knowledge that you are well prepared by this university to make a difference out there. To our guest speaker for today, Ms. Lydia Forson, we appreciate your presence and participation in the ceremony and your kind, refreshing words to our new graduates. And I think the essence of your story is that never give up. Just keep going on no matter what. Thank you all for joining us for this ceremony. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is now my duty to declare this congregation ceremony officially dissolved. Thank you. Thank you very much, Chancellor's Representative, Madam Marietta Ejewabriu, Chair of Council, for your inspiring words to our graduates. Our freshest graduates and alumni, congratulations to you all. I join all the officers congratulating you on your achievements. We are happy and proud of you. Honestly, you went through a lot to get to this point. But whatever you went through was meant to fortify you, to strengthen you, so that you'll be able to withstand global and national challenges. As alumni of the premier university in Ghana, failure is not part of your DNA. You'll be successful in all you do, and so we encourage you to shine in the outside world. Wherever you find yourself, shine and share your success stories with us, and we are going to celebrate you very well on our media platforms. Congratulations once more. The Registrar has already acknowledged all of us for playing our roles to make the February 2026 congregation ceremonies a success. And I add my voice to thank you all who joined us both virtually and physically to make our congregation ceremonies successful. I especially thank our Center for Disability Studies and Advocacy for doing our sign language interpretation for us. We have Mrs. Joyce Nyakwa Agbedaho here with us, who usually comes to assist us. Thank you very much, Madam. Let's take a few announcements before we file out of here. After the university anthem, all graduates and guests will remain standing. The platform party, together with the members of Convocation, will recess. And we invite the valedictorian to follow us directly. And then the graduates will file out row by row and join us at the Convocation group of buildings or the Vice Chancellor's court, where we have the bust of our former Vice Chancellors for group photographs. Please do well to join us there for group photographs. And then after the group photographs, all members of Convocation and the platform party will retire to the Vice Chancellor's lodge, and we invite the valedictorian together with her two guests to join us at the Vice Chancellor's lodge. We have accredited and commercial photographers stationed at vantage points
for you to take memorable photos of today. We have accredited photographers at the Z Quadrangle. The Z Quadrangle is the quadrangle behind Commonwealth Hall, in between the cash office and the Internal Audit Directorate buildings. There are accredited photographers there. We also have some at the grassy area close to the Information Technology Directorate or UGCS. And we have commercial photographers at the Sam Abua Recreational Quadrangle, the beautiful garden behind the BAM Library. Please engage these photographers to take your memorable photos. Do not engage photographers who are roaming around campus at unauthorized places. Please engage the accredited ones and make sure that they have accreditation from the Public Affairs Directorate. They should show you a yellow card stamped by the Public Affairs Directorate. Engage their services, and then when you want to find your pictures, we can help you to find them. And when you take your memorable photos, please share on our hashtags. The hashtags are displayed on the screens. Hashtag UG Congregation, hashtag UG Class of 2026. You want to repeat after me? Hashtag UG Congregation. Hashtag UG Class of 2026. Please share your memorable photos on these hashtags. And kindly return your gowns to the collection points when you are done with your memorable photographs. Please return your gowns and pick up your certificates. On page 117 of your brochure, you see a congratulatory message from the UG Alumni Association Chair, as well as a call for you to join our prestigious alumni network. There's a QR code on that page. If you scan it, it will lead you to a small form. Please fill it, and you are part of our prestigious alumni. Madam Chair is an alumna of this university, and so you want to join all the prestigious alumni who are on that platform. Please fill the form and join them. We also have our graduate programs lined up or outlined from pages 108 to 114 of the brochure. We thank you that you chose the University of Ghana, the premier university in Ghana, to study here. You have grabbed certificates from here. Some of your friends and relatives missed their way and went elsewhere. Share these programs with them and convince them to come and grab certificates from here to be able to complete their CVs. You are also encouraged to come back and study to get graduate certificates to make your CV more enhanced. At this point, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, kindly rise for the university anthem.
As we climb the hill of learning,
amanfoɔ legon krontre ni akwamu chidom ni ankobia framandom ni esenkuni ne se omamwatena si o ni oya ade fata no wo bra wo ho a na wunya wo ho legon mampanyin oni ni panyimfo resini o mu amuni won mu hwe won modern boni abasobobri aso mu maye nyina yemfa anigye animtie ni opepa empene won legon mampanyin gumbrebre ahinewa
management of the university, I'm delighted to also welcome you all to this ceremony, which is dedicated to the College of Health Sciences.
Graduates, your journey to this moment has required resilience, discipline, and determination. Today marks an ending and a beginning, the successful closure of one chapter of your lives and the beginning of another.
Today is a declaration that years of sacrifice, discipline, sleepless nights, and relentless determination have borne valuable fruits.
Let our character be the spine to hold our heads high. And wherever life places us, may we represent this great institution of tradition and these professions with pristine honor. The journey continues, and the best is yet to come. Congratulations to the College of Health Sciences, class of 2025. God bless the College of Health Sciences. God bless the University of Ghana. And God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you.
There is a Chinese saying that goes, Gan en bush in way yon the door. Arshe in way don the Genshi. This translates, gratitude is not because we have much, but because we know how to cherish.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Chancellor of the University of Ghana, I am delighted to welcome you to today's gathering as we celebrate the achievements of our graduating students.
We cherish your contribution to the academic and social life of the University of Ghana and wish you well in your future endeavors.
The successful closure of one chapter of your lives and the beginning of another. And we proudly salute your achievements.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, this today, it is not the end of anything. This is a moment when you become answerable to your society, to your country, to your civic duty, and to your generation, to your values, and to your integrity. Ayuko, congratulations. Thank you.